So Mercury stations retrograde tomorrow on February the 26th or the 25th, depending on where you are at. If you're on the Pacific coast, it will be the 25th, but it will be retrograde from February the 26th until March the 20th. And this is a big Mercury retrograde, in my opinion, probably the most difficult Mercury retrograde of the year. Not that any of them are super unmanageable, but because this one is happening in the sign of Pisces. Now, Mercury is at fall in the sign of Pisces because it's at home in the sign of Virgo, but if we just think about what Mercury energy is very factual. It's very much about, logic and information communication. It's very detail oriented. In the sign of Pisces, what is Pisces? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, mutable water, very spiritual, very ethereal, very much about our emotions, our intuition, our feelings. It's about oneness, unity, boundlessness. So as you can see, these are energies that don't necessarily mesh very well. Now, when any planet turns retrograde, this turns the energy inward. It becomes very reflective, and I think reflection is a very big key word for this retrograde, particularly because it's in Pisces. But retrogrades can be any of the words, so rewind, revisit, and I think revisit is going to be a big word as well. You're reworking, you're remembering, you're reprocessing, you're rewinding. Now, an energy I was channeling for this Mercury retrograde is that this can be a very deceptive and deceiving Mercury retrograde because it's in the sign of Pisces. We could see, not that it's abnormal, but we could see a lot of deception in the media, or we could be fed deceiving information. Look to see which house is ruled by Pisces in your chart, but we could be fed something that is a bit deceptive. This is about lies, secrets, mystery, needing to find boundaries, needing to set boundaries. It's very karmic. Pisces is a karmic sign, in my opinion. It's about endings. We could see a lot of things that are resurfacing from the past, especially emotional issues that have not been resolved. So anything that you've been shoving to the side or you've been trying to deal with some sort of escapist tendency, that could come back to haunt you during this Mercury retrograde for you to handle and deal with, for you to revisit and to close out for good. The mind is going to want facts, and it's going to want to categorize everything and find every crumb and every, dust bunny that's hiding behind the couch or underneath the fridge. But this is really about relaxing, rewinding, and just kind of going with the flow. I was also channeling this energy of spiritual psychosis, so it's really important that we ground our energy. There's a lot of confusing energy. There's a lot of vampiric energy for some reason. I was picking that up. It's like succubus energy for some reason, so pay attention. It's going to be really hard to find, the info, the facts. It's going to be hard to